Welcome to Kapha Counterbalancing Yoga. I'm Dr. Roberta Garceau, and I am so excited that you've chosen to practice with me. So what is Kapha, or as it's sometimes pronounced, Kapha? Well, it just corresponds to that part of your makeup, your being, and we all have some of it, more or less, that is the earth element with a little water sprinkled in there. So what are those qualities? Well, it would be heavy, wet, dense, solid, steady, stable. Some really good qualities, right? And like most things, too much of a good thing is not good. So in your physical body, if you're having too much kapha, you might be experiencing like water retention or excess weight or congestion of the sinuses or the chest, just a lot of phlegm. And mentally, energetically, too much earth element, too much kapha can feel like lethargy or sadness or depression. So today's practice is meant to counterbalance that, and we do that by adding space and light. You can have with you a mat, a couple of blocks can be handy, a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can always use a tea towel or a belt or something like that, and also substitute some mega rolls of toilet paper or paper towels for the blocks if need be. And the surprise prop today is a tissue, just in case you need to clear your sinuses. All right, so let's begin here. One other modification that is available, if you choose, you can practice most, if not all of this class, seated in an actual chair. So if you take that option, go ahead and just scoot yourself out to the edge of the chair. Beautiful. So wherever you're sitting, go ahead and rock side to side, forward and back. And remember, everything that I'm offering with modifications is a suggestion and offering just that. Ultimately, you are responsible for your own well-being and safety. So please choose what supports you the most. All right, find that space where your hips are neither forward nor back and that you're sitting nice and tall and upright. Inhale, hands to heart center. Bring them up overhead. And then exhale, separate your fingers like the rays of the sunshine, just radiating out. Beautiful. Breathing in, draw the hands up the center line again, kind of like the shoots of a flower that's growing up in the springtime. And then exhale, let the petals of the flower blossom and bloom open. One more breath, just like that. Inhale, rising up. Lift your gaze towards the sky like a bird lifting its little tiny beak out of the nest. And then exhale, let your baby bird fly out of the nest. Feeling its independence, feeling the space around it. Beautiful. And then go ahead and take your thumb and middle finger pads together and let the backs of your hands set on your lap. This is Akasha Mudra. It's the gesture of space, and it has the qualities of vastness and possibility. I'll invite you to soften your gaze and lower your eyes towards the ground, or close your eyes and go inside if that's comfortable. Just check in with yourself, feeling the parts that are earth-like, the weight of your muscles and bones that are smooth, muscles that are dense and soft at the same time. And then feel the lightness of just one upper eyelash. Chances are you might not even be able to feel it. You just know that it's there. It's light and subtle. Feel any sensations in your body, anything that feels congested or phlegmy. And then bring your awareness to your ear canal, that space, clarity. Draw your attention to your thoughts, your mind, and your energy body. And notice if anything is feeling kind of stuck, sticky, heavy, weighted. And consider if there's just any part of you that's just the littlest bit curious about what this practice will entail and encompass. Know that as you practice self-awareness and self-care, you are bringing your best self to the world. And I'll invite you either to choose an affirmation or an intention of your own, or you can just use the simple one, I am infinite. And you can repeat that aloud or in your own mind. I am infinite. And then bringing your awareness back to the space around you, we're going to begin, before we begin more movement, with a little breath. And this is called Kapha breath. It's the skull polishing breath, and it's designed to clear away cobwebs out of your mind and clear away congestion in your chest and in your sinuses. So if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like blowing out a candle, where you breathe in through the nose, and then just one little candle, right? One little out. With a little modification, you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So it'll be like this. And you might notice that's kind of sharp and crisp, and the tummy kind of goes in when that happens. You don't have to ask it to, it'll just go with the breath. You're going to repeat that over and over. So let me demonstrate a short bit for you. Breathing halfway in and breathing out. Breathe in and breathe out. And that's where the tissues come in. Sometimes when you practice, it brings up a little mucus, a little coughing. So go ahead and take a moment to clear that if you need to. And we'll take a little round together. So begin, inhale halfway, and start. And pause. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if any coughing happened, go ahead and clear yourself. Take a sip of water, whatever supports you. We'll take one more like that. Now, if you're pregnant or menstruating, or if you have IBS or any recent surgeries or abdominal issues, you'll want to practice very gently. Otherwise, beginning again, inhale and begin. And pause, inhale, exhale, rolling the shoulders down and back. And just notice if that's ignited your fire at all, burned off any cobwebs or congestion. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. At any rate, we'll go ahead and begin. If you've been sitting on a prop or a block or a cushion, you may want to take that out from under you. Just place your props to the front of your mat. And go ahead and place your hands on your kneecaps. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the chest, chin and gaze, and even the tailbone is rising. And then exhale, round it back. Gaze comes towards the belly button or groin. Inhale, coming forward, just beginning to introduce movement. And then exhaling it back. So moving here between your seated cat and cow. Beginning to wake up the shoulders, the spine, the back. Next time you come forward, inhaling, begin your exhale. Begin to kind of turn and churn towards one side till you come back. And then inhale up the opposite side. Exhale down and around. Inhale up to the front. Again, seeing how much movement you can invite into the shoulders, the side ribs, even down into the hips, and all the way up into the neck. Beginning movement, just inviting your body to move. Next time you find yourself in the front, pause, inhale, and exhale the opposite direction. So in the morning, I like to call this the coffee grinder. Right? You're taking your coffee beans, you're going to grind them up and wake up and smell the coffee. If you're practicing in another time of day, perhaps this is your pepper mill. You know, just kind of spicing things up a little bit. Very good, adding some flavor. And then come back to center. You can place your feet about mat width apart or a little wider in front of you, and then place your palms, palm facing down behind you with the fingertips facing away. Inhale here, and then exhale, let your knees drop to one side. Inhale back to center. Knees drop to the opposite side. So just sliding back and forth here, seeing how you can add a little spice, a little movement to your body and your mind. And then if you're inclined, you can stay here or you can add the arms with it. So bringing an arm behind you in a greater twist. Inhaling forward, then exhaling, twisting behind. Couple more times, back and forth, adding some energy to your spine, your lower back. Squeezing out the stale, kind of like squeezing out a dirty sponge. There you go. And then next time you find yourself off to one side, come up onto that knee, sweep the arm up overhead into half circle. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Go ahead and make some figure eights with your arm, opening up the shoulder. Beautiful figure eights in both directions. And then let your arm come down, your hips kiss the floor, and make your way off to the other side. Arm sweeps up, half circle. Let the sun shine on your face. Inhale here. And begin to trace some figure eights again with that shoulder and arm. Seeing just how much space you can occupy. How much of the surrounding space can you take up? Yeah. And then go the opposite direction a couple of times. And letting your hips come back to the mat. Go ahead and roll onto hands and knees briefly, finding yourself in table. And then curl the toes under, lift the hips towards the sky, finding yourself in downward facing dog. You can stay here, or go ahead and pedal your feet. Taking your dog for a walk here. Walking is always such wonderful exercise, right? Beautiful. And now the option is to bend the knees and take a little hop, or step one foot at a time towards the front of your mat, roll it all the way on up to mountain, shoulders down and back, and breathe. And just notice if anything has shifted energetically, if you feel more alive, awake, circulating, ready to go. And inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, step your left foot back into a high lunge. If this feels a little unsteady, you can place your feet a little more to the edges of your mat so you have a little wider stance. Breathing in, arms come out in front of you, and then begin to again make that figure eight with your hands, waking up the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Yeah. And now inhale, draw the arms up overhead, both legs are straight. Exhale, let your bird fly out of the nest. Knee bends, arms come down. Inhale it up. Exhale, let that bird fly. So the little baby bird was just poking his head out. And now you're feeling a little more momentum, right? A little more confidence. You're gonna get out into the world, fly through the blue sky. One more time. And then as you come down, bring the arms up like goalposts. Elbows are back, drawing the shoulder blades back. And have yourself be a little proud pigeon or a robin with the sun shining down on the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, both hands to the thigh. Press the left foot forward to meet the right. And then taking the hands to the hips again, go ahead and step the right foot back, coming into a lunge on the opposite side. Again, you can take your feet a little wider if that feels more secure. Breathing in, arms come out in front of you. Breathing out, begin to make those figure eights and then stop. And see if you can make them the opposite direction. Sometimes we get stuck, right? Like stuck in the mud, stuck in the muck. And we do things the same way over and over again, really habitually. So part of breaking out of that heavy, stuck feeling is doing things the opposite way. Adding a little variety, right? The spice of life. Pause here, inhale, arms straight up, and then exhale, sweep it down like a breaststroke. Inhale, draw the arms up the center line. As you exhale, left knee bends. Breathing in, now you're swimming through some clear waters. You're coming up out of the water. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swim. Last time, rise. And this time, place your hands behind you, fingers interlace, and perhaps you're a penguin, just looking up at the northern lights or something. I don't know, what do penguins look at when they're looking up? Something cheerful and beautiful and bright. Inhale here. Exhale, step both feet together and come back to face the front of your mat. Breathing in, hands to hips. Breathing out, take a little chair squat. So again, this is where you can either practice in an actual chair or standing up. So lots of options here. Breathing in, sweep the arms up in front of you. Breathing out, sweep them all the way to the side and behind. Look behind you. Whew, throw that away. Inhale, make a ribbon with your arms. Exhale, clear it away. So breathing in, you're clearing the clutter. Inhale it up. Exhale it away. Inhale up. Exhale over. You can do this slowly and gracefully and gently, or you can add a little vigor. Like maybe you're clearing the dishes, or cleaning your desktop, or getting that laundry off the floor. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Feeling free and light, soaring and flying and gliding. And then naturally, let your body come to stillness. You can take your mudra again, thumb and middle finger pads together. And just notice for a moment the effects of your practice. Feel your heartbeat. Notice your breath. And as you're ready, we'll come again to the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, so that is ankles under knees, under hip pockets. Go ahead and rotate the feet out and back in again, and then forward and back. Nice. You might be familiar with the sun salutation. Today I'll be offering a moon salutation. So inhaling, sweep the arms all the way up overhead in your mountain. And then exhale, hips shift one way, arms the other in a crescent moon. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, crescent the other way. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, step one foot out to the side and find yourself in a goddess pose. So kind of a horse stance here. Inhale, straighten all the limbs into a 5-pointed star. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, right? Inhale here. Exhale, side stretch. Breathing in, cartwheel it all the way over. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale into your star. Exhale, cross over, one hand towards the opposite foot. It doesn't have to reach, it's just a direction. Breathing in, back to your star. Cross and twist the opposite way. Inhale to your star. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, hands and feet together. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, tall. Exhale, crescent. Breathing into your tall mountain. Breathing out, step it out. Goddess pose. Inhale to your star. Exhale, side stretch. Breathing in, cartwheeling over. Breathing out as you arrive on the opposite side. Inhale to your star. Exhale, cross twist. Inhale to your star. Exhale, twist it over. Breathing into your star. And exhale back to your goddess. Now you can take one more round of this, or if you want to add some arm strengthening, you can take your arms like goalposts and then exhale and the elbows together. Inhale overhead, exhale pull down. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull it in. So we continue that way. It's called pulling prana. So you're actually pulling life force energy from outside of you and drawing it in. So you don't have to have everything yourself, right? There are resources in abundance all around you. It is infinite. Now, if you want to add a little high intensity interval training, you can take this one step further by lifting a leg. And I like to call this the funky monkey, because monkeys like to play. They are joyful and they're silly. And like, who could be feeling depressed and down when you're acting like a monkey? All right, so take this as much or as little as you like. Whew. I'll be working our ways back here. Inhale, hands and feet together. Exhale, crescent moon. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale all the way up. And as you exhale, trace a full moon with your fingertips. And breathe. Release. Feel. Notice. There's no right or wrong. It's just what's happening for you. Perhaps there's a little tingling in the fingers, a little sweat on your lip. It means you're alive. That's life force energy circulating within you. And breathe. Now making our way to balancing. If you're still cultivating balance, you can practice either next to a chair or a tree or a wall, a piece of furniture that's not moving. Otherwise, again, inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, little chair squat. So this can be in an actual chair as well. Let the weight shift to the one leg, come up onto the opposite toe, and then bring yourself to a figure four. Nice balance. You can stay here just opening your hip, practicing your figure four, or if you like, you can sweep the standing leg arm up, give yourself a pat on the back, bring the other arm there to guide it to the middle. All right, and now give yourself a hand. You're doing it, you're doing great. Fantastic, you got this. Breathing in, reaching tall. Breathing out, squatting down a little bit more. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Next time up, come all the way up, unwind the hands and the feet, and stand back in your mountain. Inhale, hands to hip. You got a left and a right side, right? Exhale, squat. Breathing in, the weight comes to the opposite leg that you were just on, and this one comes onto the toe, making a figure four. Now it's perfectly fine to stay right here. If you want a little more, take the arm that's on the standing leg side, sweep it all the way up, over and around. Opposite hand comes up. Exhale. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've got this. Oh my goodness, right? Inhale here. Exhale, unwind the arms, the legs, the feet. Come back to stand. Last standing pose here, coming to the front of your mat. You can either take this again standing or sitting in a chair. Inhale, hands to hips so that the thumbs are around the back, the fingers come around the front of the hips. And then option to tilt your chin towards your chest to protect your neck. Inhale here. And exhale, take a little back bend, tucking your chin. It's an option to let your head release if that's safe for you. Take a breath. Exhaling stagnation. Inhaling the new. Exhaling sadness. Inhaling joy. Exhaling boredom. Inhaling excitement. Exhaling burnout. Inhale bliss. Come up all the way, release the hands, and just take a moment to right yourself. If you feel at all lightheaded, take a moment and breathe. And breathing in, drawing the arms up overhead, Breathing out, begin to pivot at the hips, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Take a bend in the knees. Place both hands on the mat. Make your way to hands and knees, and then all the way down onto your belly. You can extend both arms up overhead, flat on the mat, palms facing down. Either forehead or chin to the mat, depending on your profile. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep the left arm all the way down and around, palm facing down, and let it rest next to the left thigh. Inhale here, pressing firmly into the palm of the left hand, the top of the right foot. And then as you exhale, lift the left leg and right arm in a diagonal stretch. Option here to just lift the right arm or just the left leg. There should be no pain in the lower back or anywhere. But if this is comfortable for you, breathing in and lifting up, breathing out and lowering just slightly, little micro movements. Inhaling it up, exhale and lower. Just as light and flowy as a blade of grass in the breeze. One more breath. Exhale, lower. Head down to the mat. Go ahead and sweep that left arm back where it began, and then sweep the right arm all the way down around, palm facing down, next to the right thigh. Inhale, press firmly into the right palm of the hand, the left top of the foot, and as you exhale, lift the right foot, left hand, peeling the torso up off the mat. Inhale here, exhale, lower. Breathing in and breathing out. And maybe you're just a very slight little seabird floating on the water here. Inhaling up, exhale, lower. One more breath. Exhale, lower all the way. Press both hands by your chest. Come on all the way up to sit. And swing those legs around in front of you, long and flat in front of you. Take a bend in the left knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale. Begin to walk the hands down the leg. Breathing in and coming up. Breathing out and lowering down, getting a little more stretch, just finding your intelligent edge. And wherever that is, you don't want to be in pain, but you want to have a stretch. You can use your block to make a little pillow for yourself. And breathe. Or maybe you want to use a fist on an elbow and come into the thinker pose. As you expand your body, you can expand your mind. Inhale, coming all the way up, switching the legs and taking the right foot into the thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to walk it down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, lowering. One more time. This time again, coming all the way down into your intelligent stretch. If you want to take that thinker pose, feeling the space in your armpit, space beneath your chin and your neck, and breathe. And then coming to sit upright, you can move that block away, maybe gather your strap, and making your way all the way down onto your back. You can step both feet into the sky, feet are flexed, and then take your strap or your towel or belt, whatever it is that you've got going on, and press both feet into the sky. Inhale here, exhale, bend the left knee, release that leg long and flat on the mat, and just keep the right leg up in the air. Now inhale, press the heel away. Exhale, draw the toes towards the nose. Inhale, right heel presses towards the sky. Exhale, toes to nose. Keeping that left knee soft, bring the clasp into your right hand. Inhale here, and exhale, guide your leg off to the right into a half straddle. Again, breathing in, press away through the heel. Breathing out, draw the toes towards the right ear. Inhale away. Exhale, glide. Next inhalation, draw the leg up overhead. Switch the clasp of the strap to the left hand. Inhale here. And exhale, cross the leg over into a twist. Breathing in, press the heel away. Breathing out, draw those toes towards the left ear. One more breath like that. And then inhale, guide the foot all the way up overhead again. Give yourself a little more strap. Step both feet inside the strap and just notice, sometimes it appears that one leg has gotten longer. Interesting. Go ahead and keep the left foot into the strap. Bend the right knee. Lower the leg long and flat on the floor. Inhale, left heel away. Exhale, draw the toes towards the nose, keeping the knee soft, no hyperextension here. Inhale away. Exhale, closer. One more breath. Exhale. And then slide the strap into the left hand. Inhale, press the left foot away. Exhale, crossing over to the left. Open your leg to the left so that you're in a half straddle. Breathing in, press that heel away. Breathing out, toes towards the left ear. One more breath like that. Exhale. Inhale, traverse the whole sky as if you were a plane flying overhead. And then strap to the right hand. Go ahead and guide the foot all the way across to your right. Inhale, press the heel away. Exhale, toes towards the right ear. Now you can be gazing to the right, up overhead, or to the left for a greater twist. One more breath here. Exhale, guide it back to the top. Return both feet to the strap briefly and just notice those inner ankles. Are their legs the same length again? Go ahead and bend both knees. Bring the strap to the side and clasp the outer edges of your feet here in Happy Baby. Go ahead and rock and play and explore. Babies explore their world by moving and expressing and sticking their feet in their mouth and all sorts of things. You don't have to do quite all of those, right? But there's play and there's joy. And if you have any last stretch or flex or anything left that you need to do, go ahead and take that. Otherwise, making your way down to either flat legs for Shavasana relaxation, or if it's more comfortable, if you've got lower back pain, you can bend the knees, tent them together. And just take this time to integrate all of the beautiful energy that's been stirred and accessed. It's not really generated because you had it all the while. It's more that you tapped into it. Now is time for no efforting, just being and breathing naturally. And after several minutes here, we'll come out of the relaxation. Begin to waken your fingers and toes. Make some little micro movements. Maybe you'd like to stretch your arms up overhead or take a stretch to one side and the other. Pull up your knees towards your chest. Go ahead and take a little rock and then roll all the way off to the side of your mat. Pause there a moment. And as you're ready, take that top hand, press yourself up to sitting. Make your way all the way up. You can take Akasha Mudra again if you choose. And I'll leave with the offering that the peace of yoga, grounding and energizing, is with you always. Peace and light in me sees the peace and light in you. Namaste.